Hi, my name is Mitch Erickson. I'm class of 1972 and I put this exhibit together. I had a lot of help from a lot of friends, and basically my friend here is a hippie chick, and these are original clothing from the era that we went to school here for our cluster in 1967 and 1973. Beads, peace symbol, army jacket that's embroidered, and bell bottoms and work boots. The bell bottoms are all embroidered. That's original stuff. So we have this exhibit here that's complementary to the Something Happening Here exhibit over in Burling. This exhibit is called Do You Remember the Sixties? And it's a somewhat lighthearted look at what our era had to confront. So we have posters, Woodstock, and 4 months later the horror of Altamont. And we have album covers on the wall, and we have some clothing. So for instance, here is a woman's suit that she bought and brought to school for the first year, and quickly the clothing styles changed to something like this. Very quickly and rapidly the clothing styles changed, the music styles changed. If you look over here, we have an original poster for a Fillmore concert with the Paul Butterfield Blues Band, who did play here in the fall of 1968. And we have you can hear in the background Joni Mitchell singing Woodstock. That's a part of a 56 song compilation that I did of songs that had to do with activism, protest, race, war. And so that's in the background. You also see a rolling picture set that Chris Anderson did of about 550 images that are from the era with people, and this has been a big hit with everybody standing here looking at, I'll come over here, looking at the pictures and guessing the names. And I did these two timelines. This is 1968 to 69. This is what happened in the world. It was the election of 68. And this is what happened on campus. And it was a huge deal with the change in the way they did the dormitories and the women and men being able to visit each other in their rooms, which had been prohibited and became standard in just a very few months. The Playboy incident, which is covered in much more detail in the in AJ and David's exhibit, and the sports on campus, the deaths in Vietnam. Coming over for another year, 69 to 70, we had a conference with Jerry Rubin, Bernadine Dorn, Andy Young. We had other protests, moratorium, the flag incident, women's libs started to come out, lots of record albums, Woodstock, and then the whole thing came to a head with Earth Day, the workers' strike on campus, and then of course Kent State, Jackson State, and the whole college closing. So we've got lots of posters in here, lots of album covers, lots of images that are generic to the world, and lots of images that are specific to Grinnell. And me and my girlfriend had a really good time putting this together, and we're having a really good time. Everybody's having a good time with it, and peace.
He said, I'm going on down to Yasgur's farm. I'm gonna join in a rock and roll band. I'm gonna camp out on the land and try and get my soul free. He said, we're stardust. He said, we're golden, and we got to get ourselves back to the garden. Can I walk beside you? come here to lose the smog. I feel like I'm a cog in something turning, round and round and round. Well, maybe it's just the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man. I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. I know we're